Well, the new year couldn't have been any better for these ones in the Democratic Republic of Congo, as thousands of crowds gathered to celebrate the re-election of President Felix Tshisekedi. According to the country's election commission, Mr. Tshisekedi, who was voted for a second term after getting more than 73% of the vote in a December 20th poll. The head of Congo's National Election Commission, Denis Kadima, declared President Tshisekedi the winner with more than 13 million votes out of the over 18 million valid votes cast. Shortly after the announcement, cheers erupted by supporters outside his party's headquarters. While many are happy with the election outcome, the president's main challengers have been calling for a rerun of the elections, accusing the Independent National Electoral Commission of allowing the votes to be tipped in the president's favor. Now let's hear from the man of the moment, President Felix Tshisekedi, who wasted no time in making a vow to Congolese people by promising never to betray his country after the fiercely contested elections. He gave the speech at a rally in the capital, Kinshasa.
I would like to reassure you that this second mandate that you have just granted me will be dedicated to more action to materialize these commitments and to the blossoming of these initiatives with the motivation of never betraying the Congo. Remember that the Democratic Republic of Congo is a land of hope, a land of future. Let's get to work and make our nation shine. Long live democracy. Long live the Congolese people. God bless the Democratic Republic of Congo and its people.
Pour la matérialisation de ces engagements et
Well, the United Nations peacekeepers have completed their withdrawal from Mali after a long-running mission lasting a decade. The multidimensional integrated stabilization mission, MINUSMA, began in 2013 after an armed rebellion, but has been asked to leave by the country's ruling military government as requested by the UN Security Council. The UN mission's head, El Ghassim Wani, who reflected on MINUSMA's achievements and the way forward in the UN-Mali relationship, said it did a lot but fell below expectations of the people.
I believe that the mission has delivered or achieved important results. There is no doubt about it. When it comes to the protection of civilians, obviously we can't provide physical protection to every single Malian who is in need of it, but in areas where the mission was deployed, there was a clear impact, tangible, visible by local populations. We have provided sustained political support to all the processes that were underway, be it the peace process, the ceasefire component, of course, was overseen by MINUSMA. We provided political support to the parties. We provided support for the participation of women. We worked very closely with Algeria, which was the chef de file, and other members of the intermediation. And some achievements were made. Definitely not all the provisions, and not, in fact, even some of the critical provisions of the agreement were implemented. But again, the responsibility lies with the parties. Our role was to support and to accompany them. And our efficacy is heavily dependent on the extent of their commitment. And we provided support to the electoral process throughout the duration of our presence in Mali. We provided support for the adoption of a strategy for the stabilization of the center. MINUSMA was critical here again. The strategy, of course, is a Malian-led strategy. It has to be implemented. But the mere fact of helping the Malians put together that strategy was important. And we also provided support to local populations, local authorities, through projects implemented based on different funding streams, but that clearly made a tangible impact in the lives of hundreds of thousands, if not millions of Malians.
The Prime Ministers of Niger, Mali and Burkina Faso have held a joint press conference on the future of the alliance of Sahel states. Speaking at the conference in Niamey, Burkina Faso Prime Minister Apollinaire de Tambela stated that the three nations no longer need to copy French constitutions as they need to adapt to their own context of democracy. On the other hand, Malian Prime Minister Choguel Maïga emphasized the importance of autonomy and independence, saying, in his words, no one has to fund our activities. We have to learn to be independent. And for the future of the Sahel, the Prime Minister of Niger, Ali Mohamed Zein, said the alliance would hold unified joint committees as well as structure joint projects and programs. And here in Nigeria, President Bola Tinubu has described the year 2023 as a challenging but eventful one for the country as it saw the peaceful transfer of power to his administration. In his first New Year message to Nigerians in nationwide broadcast, President Tinubu spoke on how his fellow citizens put their faith in him to move the nation forward.
This is the first New Year broadcast by President Bola Tinubu since he assumed office 7 months ago.
Dear compatriots,
he starts by acknowledging how challenging yet eventful the previous year was, even as it witnessed the peaceful and successful transfer of power in Nigeria's 24 years unbroken democracy,
which had become an unsustainable financial burden.
The president said he understands the discomfort some of the decisions taken by his administration has had on Nigerians.
Take this from me. The time may be rough and tough. However, our spirit must remain unbowed because tough times never last. We are made for this period, never to flinch, never to falter. The socio-economic challenges of today should energize and rekindle our love and faith in the promise of Nigeria.
He outlined some of the steps being taken to address security, the provision of electricity, and ensure food security.
In this new year, we will race against time to ensure all the fiscal and tax policies reforms we need to put in place are codified and simplified to ensure the business environment does not destroy value. On every foreign trip I have embarked on, my message to investors and other business people has been the same. Nigeria is ready and open for business.
The president said the 2024 budget reflects government's focus on issues such as poverty reduction, social security and human capital development.
Because we take our development agenda very seriously, our 2024 budget reflects the premium we place on achieving our governance objectives. We will work diligently to make sure every Nigerian feels the impact of their government, the economic aspirations, and the material well-being of the poor, the most vulnerable, and the working people shall not be neglected.
He also tasked all Nigerians to work to build the country.
To play our part, the job of building a prosperous nation is not the job of president. Governors, ministers, lawmakers, and government officials alone. Our destinies are connected as members of this household of Nigeria. Our language, creed, ethnicity, and religious belief, even when they are not same, should never make us work at cross purposes.
And the president ended by wishing all Nigerians.
Well, as the world rings in a new year, there's one question on the collective lips of Nigerians in the United Arab Emirates. Well, when will things change for the better? One of the things I believe the president was addressing in his speech. Well, as 2023 paved way for 2024, members of the resident community continue to live out each day, hoping for good news that will turn their fortunes around as they are most impacted by the bans and restrictions placed by the UAE. Our correspondent, Mayo Adegoke, reports.
End-of-year celebrations within the Nigerian community as members of the Edo ethnic group gather to mark the end of 2023.
There's always reason to thank God and to be grateful. And that's why we've come together as a community at the end of this year to come celebrate life in itself.
For Nigerians in the UAE, celebrations for the new year come in a mixed bag of disappointment, hope, and uncertainty about their collective fate as residents.
I have nothing to say about our place right now in UAE because I have a lot of friends, a lot of families here that are really passing through challenging time. And we don't know what's for us in the next years to come in this UAE.
Diplomatic ties between both nations have weakened over the past 3 years. And although there has been signal of political will from the Tinubu-led federal government to restore the relationship, Nigerians wait to see what 2024 will unfold.
2023 have ended now, and we are still in this problem. People are going into the new year not knowing what the new year holds for them. It is very sad that Nigerians can be in this type of situation. We are calling on the Nigerian president to please do the needful.
Both nations are vital economic hubs. And for entrepreneurs like Franklin Omene, who has built businesses across both regions, diversification is important for staying above the crisis.
It's not just about Nigeria. Yes, we do have a big presence here at once upon a time. And this issue of travel and visa situation is not just on Nigeria. As I find that now it's Mali is involved, Congo is involved. A few other African countries are also involved. Now we need to diversify our portfolio and do things differently. There's a lot of space. We're very smart people, very creative people, very diverse. We've done it in Nigeria. We're survivors, pretty much. So I think with this in mind, I think there are other areas that we can contribute to this economy where our presence will be felt in a positive way.
Expectations are high that 2024 will be a better year. And it is on this hope that the Nigerian Arabian Gulf Chamber of Commerce launched the Nigeria Trade House in Dubai.
Once you have these two critical players having the genuine intention to engage, you know certainly there will be a big trigger very soon going to happen in 2024. And we see it coming. All we're doing is making sure that we are ready for it.
In the meantime, Nigerian residents in the UAE continue to hope against all hope that 2024 will mark the end of their troubles. From Dubai in the United Arab Emirates, Maya Adegoke for Channels Television News.
Back in Kenyans ushered in the new year 2024 with dazzling firework displays and lively street parties amid the high cost of living crisis in the country. The capital, Nairobi, was not left out of the buzz and glamour as they joined millions around the world to joyfully welcome the new year as they celebrate the year 2024's entry. They also reflected on the challenges faced by the country in year 2023 as they keep their fingers crossed for a great year ahead. And Kenyan journalist Cyrus Embu joins us now for more. Cyrus, a Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year in Nigeria. We're okay in Kenya. We're very fine.
Certainly. So first, how are Kenyans celebrating the new year? You know, the mood in the country, we just saw there were loud celebrations, you know, firework displays and street parties. For people who are, you know, sort of, some people are keeping it low-key, even as the country grapples with a high cost of living, while others, you know, are going all out to celebrate.
You're right, yeah, because there are mixed kind of celebrations here and there. Some kept home, some out there in clubs, others were in churches. So, and despite the challenges we had here and there, it had to be done because it's a new year. People had to go out, people had to celebrate in their homes, people had to celebrate in churches, they had to celebrate in clubs. So it was a mix of a kind of a reaction or other celebrations here and there. It was good. People enjoyed it in a way.
And did Kenyan President William Ruto give any New Year message? And if he did, what key highlights were mentioned? Plus, are the people optimistic the new year would be a lot better amid the economic challenges that, they went through in the year 2023?
Yeah, it's true. President William Ruto gave a speech before for the new year, and he kind of he was lamenting because he was saying that the plans he has put in place, they are being scuttled by the opposition, by activists, by the judiciary, who are kind of challenging all the things that he's doing in court to stop the same, because he says whatever he's trying to put in place is going to make Kenya better. But then whatever is put in place is kind of punitive, because there are more taxes put in place, which is coming down to the common man here in Kenya. And that's why most Kenyans were reacting so negative. If you saw in the social media accounts all over, there are people abusing, people are saying he's lying, people are saying there's no hope. Well, there's a wait and see game, but then it's a kind of hopelessness in a situation where because there are more taxes which are coming in place this year, starting today. So in whatever he was saying, people are not kind of sure or rather hopeful over the same.
And on a lighter note, Cyrus, how did you celebrate, or how are you celebrating the new year? I hope we didn't cut into your celebrations.
Well, to me, yesterday before the new year, I was indoor, I was working. Then I went out for a kind of a trip around the city. Then we went for fireworks. We saw how the fireworks were kind of sent out all over. The high-rise buildings there were fireworks all over. Then we came back home and rested. So it's a low-key event, kind of, we can say. And that's what I believe most Kenyans went through, because the economic situation is hard. You cannot underrate that. For those who have money, they have. For those who don't have, they don't. But then we enjoyed.
Thank you, Cyrus, and do enjoy the rest of your day. And Happy New Year once again.
Happy New Year to you all over there.
And in South Africa, members of the Nigerian community in the country are placing strong emphasis on unity, economic prosperity, technological advancement, and cultural integration. These key priorities underscored their collective vision for 2024, reflecting a shared aspiration for positive growth and advancement within their adopted homeland. Our South Africa correspondent, Innocent Samosa, spoke to some of them. Take a listen.
The president of Ncasa, Frank Onyekolu, says living in a foreign land presents a unique set of challenges. Here are his hopes and aspirations as he envisions the year 2024.
Myself and the entire team of the Ncasa National Executives, we are ready to launch into active programs, conferences, great awarenesses within our Nigerian communities and also within our host nation, South Africa, in order to improve our livelihood, our health, our relationship with our host nation, South Africa, and also for the Nigerian community entirely to bring out what we are made of, what we are known of all over the world.
Some Nigerian organizations also added their voices.
So my hopes for 2024 is that of an improved image, let me put it like improved Nigerian experience. At Nigerian Spice, we are planning and hoping to educate, start a line of education for people, to generally teach people how to behave well, how to be good Nigerian citizens.
In my capacity as the president of Nigerian students at the University of Johannesburg, my expectation for my members is that in the new year 2024, they will individually achieve their dreams, bring laurels to the institution and to the country at large. And as a Nigerian citizen, my wish and expectation for my country in the new year, 2024, is that my country will be a haven for foreign direct investment.
In Mpumalanga province, the community hopes for a year filled with positive transformations and shared successes.
2024, basically, I'm hoping for the best for everyone. And all my brothers around the world, I'm wishing for peace and unity. Because 2023 has been up and down, So 2024, we're hoping for the best for everybody, yeah. That is my hope for 2024.
I'm hoping to achieve many things, many things, including good health, to work hard, to feed people who,
2024, we wish that God help us for the work to grow so that we can work. God give us the strength. Everything should move forward. That's what we are asking for.
2024, we want to achieve our business to grow and grow so that the more we get more customers, the more the life goes on. Yeah.
Well, there you have it. Those were the voices of Nigerian community living in South Africa talking to us about their hopes and aspirations for 2024. From Aikenhoek in Mpumalanga, South Africa, Innocent Samosa, Channels Television News.
And we end the program in Nigeria's commercial city, Lagos, where the New Year crossover countdown returned after a COVID-19 pandemic-induced break since 2019. Residents joined the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and top Afrobeats entertainers to usher in year 2024 at the Greater Lagos Fiesta, which held across 5 locations simultaneously. The fiesta culminated in the countdown at the Seoul Beach in Lagos, with the governor leading the counts before the night skyline got brightened with colorful fireworks.
Okay, we sit down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Let's turn around for the fireworks.
Well, the merriment and partying continued until the early hours with top Nigerian acts including veteran Tubaba, current brave Shali Poppy, and Afrobeat superstar Davido taking turns to thrill the crowd. Well, thank you, everyone. Well, we are always available for you here on Channels Television as we wish you a great year ahead. That's our program today. Thank you for watching. I'm Joke Rogers.